Hello, welcome back to another NHL franchise mode where we are back with some more NHL um, where we are back with another NHL stream where we are editing rosters. All right, so I have a special guest today on the stream, which is my great friend Aphelio. And what I would really like is for the community to help me sort out the rosters as I'm sort of preparing for my next franchise mode. And it would be really helpful if we can sort out the rosters together. All right, so let me actually position the camera of the YouTube a while since I have actually streamed on YouTube. Um, let's see. Yeah, let me see if I can get the. Alright, so welcome back to another roster editing episode in which we're going to be editing rosters in preparation for my next franchise mode. Alright, so back with roster editing. We were on LA Kings and basically we are gonna edit these rosters. So my friend Aphelio, if you wanna like chat in the chat what you think players overall should be, if there's something different than what I should do. Because right now I'm basically editing rosters in preparation for my next franchise mode. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. And I see there's 2 viewers, so that's pretty nice. Let me see if I can basically if I can get this party started. Alright, so Aphelio, if you're watching, don't be afraid to say something in the chat. You know, either the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat. I'm gonna type something in both chats. Aphelio, are you there? Alright, so let's get started. So Andreas Antonisiou, first off. His season was pretty good in LA. I don't really think he needs a potential boost or an overall boost. Next up is Jeff Carter. Oh, I see you on Twitch. All right, so Jeff Carter now. What do you think Jeff Carter's overall would be? He's actually in Pittsburgh now. All right. So first off, we're gonna be we got trade away Jeff Carter over to Pittsburgh. So Jeff Carter's in Pittsburgh. And then basically we'll basically what we're gonna do next is we're gonna edit Jeff Carter so that he is at the overall that he's supposed to be in. So Jeff Carter was really good with Pittsburgh for his one season there. 11 points in 14 games, so 30 points in combined 54 games, which is relatively on par with what he's been doing of late. But I do think he deserves a bit of an upgrade, just to like 82 overall, I guess. Yeah, all right. There we go. 82 overall for Jeff Carter. Up next is going to be... I see 3 people are watching on Twitch. Don't be afraid to chat on Twitch and or YouTube. All right, so next up is gonna go back to LA so that we can continue editing their rosters. So next up is Olimata. I think he's pretty fair overall again. I don't really watch the Kings often, so I don't really know a lot about these players. So next up is Olimata, who have 4 points in 41 games with the Kings, so I think that's reasonable, I suppose. It's reasonable, I suppose. And all right, next up, Dustin Brown. Dustin Brown was terrific this season, so I think he needs a bit of an upgrade as he was really good this season. So Dustin Brown now. He had 31 points in 49 games. He's really, really good. I think he deserves a fair bit of an upgrade, as this was close to what numbers he used to produce in his prime. So we're gonna buff him a little bit up to 83 or 84, 83 overall, to make it more reflective of what he's actually capable of. There we go, 83 overall for Dustin Brown. Next up is going to be Adrian Kempe, who is another player that can use a fair... It's going to pause the stream every time. All right, so next up is Adrian Kempe, who is also really, really good. Um, I believe he needs a bit of an upgrade. So, Adrian Kempe, what did you do? 30 points in 56 games. Uh, I believe by far his best season in the NHL. I definitely think he can use a bit of an upgrade. I um I don't know. All right, so back to Adrian Kempe. Um, he can use a bit of an overall. Hold on. What I'll do is I will I will get Maliano. I will get Emilio to oh yeah, that makes sense because he was using the wrong link because I linked the wrong thing. Hold on. Um I will link the right thing now. Hold on. The LA Kings one. Alright, so back to Adrian Kempe. I think he could use a bit of a buff. Oh, hello, Emilio. Um, yeah, feel free to look at the chat. Can you still like watch the Twitch at the same time? Because that would be like the perfect scenario in which you can see the screen but also hear me, if that's possible. So, like, what overall do you think Adrian Kempe should be? Because, like, I think he should get an upgrade, but, like, what would you say should be his overall? You can type in the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat, doesn't really matter. Hmm. He was good this season, to be fair. Like, Adrian Kempe was pretty good. Think I found something that might work. Okay. And that would be? Are you just gonna watch a YouTube or like will you have like the tab? Oh, we're really getting it started. 4 people watching on Twitch. This is really nice. Um I keep the Twitch stream paused so that I can hear you. Alright. I mean that would work. 82? Yeah, I would agree with 82 overall. Alright, so let's buff him to 82 overall. There we go. Adrian Kempe, 82 overall. So like on YouTube, can you like see my screen? Albeit not as good graphics as on Twitch. But can you like see my screen? I'm just like trying to check. Alright, so what were Alex Aphelio's stats like? Alex Aphelio. There, I'm also like looking at the stats of the players simultaneously on the screen. Oh, Alex Aphelio is actually pretty good. I think he could use a overall boost too. What would you say, Emilio? What would you say? Would you say Alex Aphelio can be upgraded? He did have like 30 points in 55 games this season, which is like almost his career high. So I feel like maybe high top 9 and like a little bit of an overall boost would like make sense for him. Yeah, I can see your screen. Alright, bro, perfect. But like I know the graphics aren't as good on YouTube. But the thing is, it's like sort of the best I can do on YouTube because my laptop is sort of old, right? And so basically, what happens is, is that my laptop can't really record at a good graphic level. So like yeah. Alright, so I feel like Alex Aphelio could also be 82 overall. What are you thinking, Emilio? Sorry, this is also inconvenient. It's just because of tech problems. Eventually, I plan 84. 84. Interesting. I would not say he's that good, but I mean, yeah, he has been really good last couple of seasons. I think maybe 83 would make a bit more sense. Just because, like, you know, like, before this season and last season, he really wasn't that great. But, like, last 2 seasons, he's been really good. So, I mean, I see what you're saying with 84, but I think 83 makes a bit more sense without, like, over buffing him. I'm just trying to get him to 83. Alright. Is that fine for Alex Aphelio? Aphelio. 83 overall. Because, like, also remember that since this is NHL 20, Alex Aphelio can actually still grow. Also, do you think the high top 9 potential is adequate, or should I make him like, top 6 medium? There's just a lot of delay for the comments on Twitch. Yeah, I agree. Don't worry about it. Honestly, don't. Like I can wait. And yeah, top 6 medium. I agree with that. Top 6 medium. I would agree with that. Hold on. This is like my huge roster editing sort of stream because like I'm trying to prepare for my next franchise mode, which I'm gonna start off like next week or so. Alright, next up, Ben Hutton. Let me first check if he's still on the LA Kings. Ben Hutton. Because I feel like he went to Vancouver, right? Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, he actually not Canucks. He's now a Toronto Maple Leaf. I won't touch his overall, but I will like transfer teams. Ben Hutton. BenHutton. Ben Hutton. He's now at Toronto Maple Leaf. So I'm gonna basically transfer him over there. Because this is NHL 20, there is quite a bit of fair work to do. Because the last time this roster was updated was March of 2020. So yeah. Alright, there we go. Ben Hutton is now in Toronto. Now we're gonna continue with the LA Kings roster. Oh, by the way, I can show you all of the rosters later. Alright, next up, Martin Frk, who deserves a massive upgrade. In my opinion, he's been quite good for the last couple of seasons. Actually, never mind. He's in the AHL now. So, why don't you have NHL 21? Basically, it's because when I bought the PS4, it came with NHL 20, and I normally don't buy the games every year, as with how little NHL changes year to year, I feel like it's not really that worth it to buy it every year. So yeah. Also, I think Martin Frk's overall is kind of fine, to be honest. Next up is Trevor Lewis. So I'm planning to maintain rosters on my own, so that even though it's NHL 20, it almost feels like NHL 21. I'm sort of doing my best to keep the rosters updated and stuff. All right, so Trevor Lewis is now in Winnipeg, so I'll send him over there by this wonderful feature of player movement. Trevor Lewis to Winnipeg. Next up, we're gonna continue. Joakim Ryan. Let's see. Joakim Ryan. He is now on Carolina, so I guess I'll send him there. Sorry if this is a boring stream. I promise usual episodes are not this boring, because usually I'm doing a franchise mode, but my previous franchise mode, which was Seattle, just ended, and so I'm sort of doing preparations for my next franchise mode. And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. So he's a Chicago Wolf now. Straight cannot be completed because Alright, who's this is the bad. I'm playing franchise mode at the same time. I'm playoffs round 2 with the Flames. Happy birthday again. How old are you now? I'm 16 years old. I think it was really nice of you to come over to the stream. Because I usually get no viewers because, I mean, to be fair, it's highly inconvenient to listen to my streams because I have a system in which one platform is just basically for the audio and one platform is basically just for the video. So I really appreciate you coming over and watching this stream, even if it was for a bit. Also, which prospect of Chicago do you think I could trade? Because that it won't allow me to straight up transfer him. So I mean, I don't want to trade a prospect of Chicago, which is actually like really good. I want to trade like a prospect that isn't that good. And I'm not sure who that would be. Maybe like Paul Cotter. Maybe this Cotter guy. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, Paul Cotter. Um, it doesn't seem like he's too big of a prospect, given that he was selected in the 4th round. Oh, you made TikToks about Chicago. No, these are like Emilio. These are Vegas prospects. The AHL team is Chicago Wolves. I feel like Carter would make sense. He's a 4th rounder. He's not really that important to the Vegas Golden Knights. So I feel like if I transfer him over, that would be fine. Yes, it's not fair from a strictly trade perspective. However, I'm pretty sure Ryan signed with Vegas. Because the Chicago Wolves are like the Vegas affiliate team. Should I just go ahead with it? Um, Here, I'll just wait until you check it back and then you come. I can't mention how much I appreciate this, Emilio, by the way. Because, like, no one usually, even if there are people watching, no one interacts with me normally while I stream. So, yeah, like, I really appreciate this. Like, Vegas, I don't really know, bro. I know Cody Glass, Peyton Krebs. That's the only players I know. All right, yeah, I think then we'll just send Paul Cotter for Ryan. All right, next up. So it's just a very lengthy, a quite a lengthy process to edit the rosters because, like I said, these rosters are almost a year old, even older, basically. Next up is Sean Walker. Now, this is someone that desperately needs an upgrade. Sean Walker is quite good. And he is quite good. He's been good for LA. A really nice shutdown type of defenseman. 47 games, 18 points. Yeah. So, what should his potential be? Feel like I agree with a two-way defender because he does get points across, but he's also fairly good defensively. I feel like maybe I don't think he's top 6. I would say maybe low top 4D. Does that make sense? Because like I don't really see him as a top 4D, which is generally like a 83, 84 overall type guy. But like I think he'll grow up to like 82. And like already he's quite good. Like right now I would say he's probably an 81, 82 overall. What would you say to that? In my franchise mode, my Flames got swept by Chicago in the conference finals. Rest in peace. Oh, I know the feeling. See, what I didn't tell you was I had a Seattle franchise series I had on YouTube Um, and basically, we were like a dynasty, right? I won like 10 cups in the franchise mode, but there were some heartbreaks along the way. If you want, you could check out that series, but I'm not gonna force you to, because like that was like back when my graphics were even worse. Because back then I didn't used to stream on Twitch as well. Also, what would you say Sean Walker's overall? Like, I feel like he's quite good. Um, Last season he had 18 points in 47 games with a minus 13, but that's mostly because he was with LA. 81, yeah, I think that's good. I think I would agree with that. 81, 82 overall. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, yeah. 81 overall for Sean Walker. What overall is he right now? He was 78 overall before we changed him. Now he's 81 overall. All right, next up is Nikolay Prokhorkin. Sorry, that's an extremely hard name to pronounce. Um, Nikolay Prokhorkin. I'm not even sure if he still plays in the NHL, to be honest. Let me search up this guy on HockeyDB. Prokhorkin, basically. Prokhorkin. I have no clue who this person is. Yeah, he's playing in the KHL now. He's only played in the NHL for that one season. Um, I think his overall is fine when you get to a new one. I mean, this guy doesn't even play in the NHL. He's 78 overall, so I think that's fine. Next up, Blake Lizotte. 77 overall, bottom six potential. I feel like Blake Lizotte is a lot better than that. Let me see. 10 points in 41 games. Not the best in terms of pure potential, I would say. What would you say? Like Lizotte, it seems like he's more of a two-way forward, if I'm gonna be honest. So he's currently 77 overall with bottom six potential. I feel like that's a bit too harsh. Maybe top nine potential. Well, overall, he is 77 overall. He had 10 points in 41 games with a +2. The season before that, he had a 23-point season in 65 games played with 20 penalty minutes. 78. I feel like he could be 79. I feel like 79 or 78 would make sense. I'll do 78 though, because like I don't watch the Kings often, so yeah, I'll take your word for it. 78 overall for Blake Lizotte. Oh, 79. Oh. Well, alright. Alright, yeah, 78's fine, I think. He'll also be growing, because he's only 21 in this universe. So yeah, I definitely think that's okay. Next up, Mike Amadio. Is he still even playing for the LA Kings? I feel like he's not, but let me see. Mike Amadio. He is playing for their AHL team. So I think that's honestly fine. His overall's fine as a 77 overall player. Next up, Matt Roy. Again, not sure if he plays anymore for the Kings. Actually, no, Matt Roy is pretty good. Yeah, I know Matt Roy. I'd add him in my fantasy team for a while. 10 points in 44 games. I'm thinking 80 overall for Matt Roy. What about you? And also, yeah, Matt Roy. 10 10 points in 44 games. I feel like he's good. Maybe like top 60. Would you say he's 80 overall? Yeah, I would agree. Alright, let's just buff him till he's 80. Alright, let me get him to 80. 77, 78. There we go. 80 overall for Matt Raw. Next up is Austin Wagner, who is 76 overall. Let me see. Austin Wagner. What team does he play for? He does play for LA. 8 points in 44 games this season. Maybe like a 78 overall. What would you say? He's currently 76 overall. Austin Wagner. Would you say he should be 78 overall or 77 or 79 even? Sorry, I wasn't listening. No problem, bud. Austin Wagner. He had 8 points in 44 games. 8 points in 44 games. He's a fourth liner. Maybe like a 78 overall. I don't know. 77. Already made him 78. I mean, I guess one overall isn't too big of a difference. So we'll keep him at 78. Next up, Gabe Velarde, who is 76 overall currently. I definitely think Gabe Velarde is like part of the future of the LA Kings. He's quite good. He was really good this season. Well, not really good, but relatively good. 23 points in 54 games. He is a former 11th overall pick. Rep. I have no idea, honestly. Usually, I mean, EA is weird that way, in which they have like weird systems to decide who is a winner. What was your team like? Gabe Lardy, 79. Feel like he's been better than that. I think 80 overall makes more sense, to be honest with you. I'm gonna buff his attributes 2 overall per thing. We'll just see how much overall he gets to. Go to franchise mode channel. Alright, I'll go there. Give me a second. Alright, yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Alright, yeah, I kept him at 79 overall. Alright. Okay, your team. So, Discord. Let's see. . Oh, you're doing a Calgary Flames franchise mode. 79 overall, Milan Lucic, 86, 79, 75, 77, 88, 79, 85, 83, 82, 80, 85. Why do you have a 75 on the second line but Mike Hoffman on the fourth line? I feel like you're prioritizing chemistry a bit too much. Same with why do you have Brent Clark playing in the NHL already as a 73 overall? And James Poirier as well. I don't know, man. Sorta that. Honestly, if you made the conference finals with that team, if you made conference finals with that team, I would say that's actually pretty good. Because what I would say is this their chemistry, right? But the thing is that they're all really good prospects. But the thing is that when you put such low overalls in the NHL, it actually ends up hurting their growth. What I would um what I would recommend is that I would keep those prospects in the AHL or keep them wherever they were. Don't play them in the NHL quite yet. Because see, the thing is, they're way too low overalls, right? So basically what happens is they don't perform and or they don't get ice time, so their growth is affected in a bad way. Oh, don't worry, Emilio. I know didn't you just start franchise mode? I remember having a conversation with you that you're pretty new to medium to franchise mode. You're pretty new to it, right? Don't be concerned. One year, yeah, you just started. That makes sense. These seem like rookie mistakes. Okay, so basically, what I would say is this: chemistry is pretty important, but not as important as you sort of make it in your franchise mode. Like E73 should not be playing on the first line over a guy like Mark Giordano, let alone even be playing in the NHL, basically. Same with your first line uh in the offense. Milan Lucic, even though I love the guy, he's no longer a first line forward. Same with whoever you have, Zav Goroni, 75 overall. Yes, it gives you chemistry, but the thing is, what would you rather have, right? Would you rather have Mike Hoffman, 85 overall, and a +2 or something like that? Or would you have a 75 with a +5? It's in franchise mode, you do have to prioritize chemistry, but not to that amount of degree. Here, I wish I could show you one of my teams. I wish I could show you. Actually, I can show you. Hold on. I mean, I can't show you live, but if you go to my YouTube channel, right? If you go to my channel, um, later, don't go to it right now, but if you go to my channel, you'll see before all these streams, i did a I was doing a NHL franchise mode with my Seattle Lions, right? And I used to show my lineups too. So you'll see this is my team in year 25, the final season, or actually year 24, but basically my team, hold on, let me actually play it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no forwards. Let me see if. All right, yeah. So you can see, um, well, I mean, you can't see, but I'll run through my team with you. So I had on the first line, I had a 89 overall, a 97 overall, and a 96 overall with a +1. On my second line, I had a 88 overall, a 94 overall, and an 89 overall with a +1. On the third line, I had a 86 overall, 86 overall, and an 87 overall with a +1. And then on the fourth line, I had an 81 overall, 80 overall, and 82 overall with a +3. So, like, as much as any game, right? You want to have a good balance of chemistry and overall. So like defensively, I had like an 87-87 with a +3, an 86-84 with a +0, and then an 81-81 with like a +0. So like yeah, that's basically what it's all about. It's basically about like getting the balance of chemistry and like getting the balance of overall. Because my team in the franchise mode, which spanned 25 years, won 10 Stanley Cups, which I'm sure you would agree is quite good. Alright, next up on my editing rosters list is a team is goated. Yeah, it was goated by the end, but it wasn't always that way. For the first 5 years, I couldn't really win a cup at all. What you'll find is generally the starting years of a franchise mode are much tougher than the ending years. But like either way, no, it's not that you're abusing too much on chemistry. It's that you're sacrificing a main part of the game, which is overalls, right? In in doing in having like a 73 overall playing first pair, yeah, you get the chemistry, but it's almost like even with the chemistry, it doesn't make that big of a difference because it's still a 73 overall at the end of the day, right? So you gotta have like a balance of chemistry and overalls. Some players aren't gonna fit well, ever. And for those players, that's usually when you like trade them for someone else who fits a bit better. But like your number one priority, especially when you're first starting a franchise mode, is sort of like retooling and like rebuilding as well as keeping the overalls as high as you can. I don't know if I'm making sense. Truth is, you can get a lot more help on the franchise mode channel that I can ever give you. Because we have a terrific community in data server, which is all about helping each other. And like if you ever have a question, literally just ask us and I'm sure someone will respond. It's just hard to explain in a single go if you know what I mean. Alright, so now with Mike Amedio, I feel like we did this guy. I feel like we already did this guy. I have no clue why I'm going back to him. Yeah, we already did this guy. I'm stupid. My bad. Alright, next is actually Trevor Moore. Trevor Moore, I quite like Trevor Moore. Let me see how he's doing. He is a what team is he playing for? He is playing for the Kings. 23 points in 56 games. Easily his best season. I think we should raise his overall by plenty. What would you say his overall should be? Currently, he's 74 overall only. So I think he needs a bit of a boost. Maybe top 9 potential, like top 9 potential, because He's like fairly decent. And then next up, I think his overall needs some work. 78. Yeah, I would even say 79. His offense is quite good, but his defense isn't that good. So let's see. Um, let's see what this all does. We'll see how much it raises his overall. Alright, yeah, 78 overall for Trevor Moore. I really appreciate you coming to the stream, by the way. I really can't understate how much I appreciate you coming to the stream. It really makes my day because, I just like sort of like I love playing this game, but I love chatting with people and meeting new people and like talking to them. Although I do think we'll only have time for one roster today. Up next is Curtis McDermott. McDermott. He's only 74 overall. It's kind of boring, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be boring because I'm just editing the rosters right now. That's partially why I like to stream in case someone comes, so that I can chat with them because I also find this quite boring. I'd rather just be actually doing the medium, actually be doing the franchise mode, but it's pretty necessary to have a more realistic franchise mode, if you know what I mean. All right, so what overall do you think McDermott should be? He only played 28 games this season. He had 4 points, negative 14. I don't think he's that great of a player. Maybe 77 overall. I feel like that would make sense. Yeah, but like I really appreciate having company, especially on my birthday. It's like I agree 76, yeah. 77, yeah. All right, yeah, I really appreciate having company cuz it's like it makes the job a bit less tedious, I guess. There we go. We won't touch Paul Cotter because he's not even supposed to be on this team. All right, next up is the goalies. So obviously, I think I'll leave Jonathan Quick how he is, but obviously Cal Peterson needs a massive upgrade. Absolutely massive. He is a lovely goaltender, especially this season. So we're gonna give him a upgrade. First of all, medium starter. Because at this point, he's basically the starter for LA. And then, second of all, I think he should be at least 81, 82 overall, if not higher than that. Cal Peterson, 35 games played this season, 911 save percentage. Really good. Yeah, I would say like 81, 82 overall, maybe even 83, same as Quick. What would you say? I'm doing something at the same time. What did you say? Oh, I said Cal Peterson. What overall do you think he should be? Um, he was 76 overall, but at this point, he played 35 games this season. He was a starter for LA, 911 save percentage. I think he's pretty good. So I upgraded his potential from fringe starter to medium starter. And I also think he should be like 81 or 82 overall. So I was just like asking your opinion. 83, yeah. So you would say he's the same overall as Quick then. I would agree with that because he's basically the starter for LA by this point. Um, no, I actually agree with the 83. Like I think 83 or 82 makes sense. So I'll just make him 83 because I feel like he should be the same overall as Quick, which is the other goalie of LA. All right. So now we're done LA as a team. And um so like I only ever get to play on the PS4 for 1 hour. So I should wrap up the episode right now. So I I'm super grateful that you came over to join the stream today, Emilio. Yeah, it's like basically my parents don't allow me to play more than 1 hour. So I played like 1 hour per day during the summer, and like usually I play 1 hour on the weekends in school days, but obviously it's summer right now. So yeah, I should probably wrap up the episode because it's been 1 hour. I really appreciate you coming though to the stream. I know I'm not, a good content creator as Data is or anything like that, but I feel like eventually my quality of videos will improve because I plan to get a headset so that I can record straight from the PS4. And I think that would improve a lot of the issues that we face today. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming over, especially as a birthday. It was a very kind act of you to do. And yeah, I'll see you another time, I guess, if you ever want to join streams in the future. All right, bye bye.